And therefore, I want to ask you, how will this training be a safe space for child, whether it's a teen or an adult, and the safe parent they choose to invite into the sessions?
The first session is called Safety First. This was in my thinking at the very start, 5 years ago, when I put this course together. Without safety, we have nothing. Clients come to my course on their own. They don't have anybody with them. And that's from a confidentiality point of view. They will all know that they are clients of the one service. And we invite them to sit like this in front of their cameras, so we can see their faces. What I do suggest to them is we try to keep the course light-hearted. Now, I know that sounds quite crazy when we're talking about emotions, and we're not talking necessarily so much about the pleasant emotions, but the more unpleasant ones. And naturally, I'm sure our clients are thinking of those situations that they've been through, which engender these powerful feelings. So light-hearted, what do I mean by that? Well, I want to hear from everybody. Please contribute where you can, but keep your examples quite everyday, perhaps. Like you talking about your phone, losing your phone. That's an everyday situation. It's inconvenient. Of course, in that moment of losing our phone, we may have all of the unpleasant emotions pinging away inside us. But we don't need to be talking about anything that would be long-term traumatic necessarily. So how do we keep it safe? Well, we start off with some guidelines. I ask people to think about what helps them to feel safe. What causes them to feel unsafe? And when we get their contributions, usually through the chat facility that Zoom has, we say again, we don't need people to talk out loud. It can be really daunting to talk to the camera. If you prefer to write a message, chat a message, then I keep an eye on the chat box, as I've come to call it, and I read every comment and I validate every comment. And in this sense, what helps me feel safe or unsafe, that all gets included into a set of guidelines, which we publish in the second session. I do also suggest, if you have someone in your life, somebody you're close to, somebody you have a healthy, respectful relationship with, who you would like to learn about this model with, please share the resources that we send, talk to them about it, teach them about it. I think it would also help their learning too, to pass it on. So although we cannot have our young people with a safe person on camera, I hope they are able, and in many cases I hear that has happened. They are learning with partners or brothers, sisters, mum, dad, or friends. And I suppose the feedback I get is they like it. They really like it. It's really helpful. We're starting to talk about things like bargaining and being assertive, and so on and so forth. So much of the language. And there's a few other ideas that I put into this course that sit with emotional logic, but are not wholly from it. Some transactional analysis ideas, the parent, adult, child model itself, very powerful. So we keep it safe by not placing too great an expectation on anybody. Share what you feel able to share. Please don't share anything that may be something you later regret sharing or could be triggering to others. We can't know what will or won't be, but I guess I suppose, think about what we would be okay to hear. Light-hearted, well, some of these sessions are quite jaw-dropping, eye-opening.
Yeah, yeah.
penny drop moments. And I do notice the gallery looking quite still and stony faced. And I used to worry about that. Now I think, you know what, you've just come across something, you've related to something on this course that is making sense to you. And most of our clients will be offered one-to-one sessions with myself or somebody else from the team to really explore the more personal situations that might be going on for them.